how do you do the mystery gift thing?
Pokeportal.
I forgot to do this.
Yeah, there's just shit. Except the... It was right here the entire time. Which I like. They sort of grouped a lot of the online stuff into one coherent... Yeah.
Even though in terms of mystery gifts, this is like one of the absolute worst mystery gifts because there's nothing special about it. And then again, I guess that makes it not a pain in the dick to get later, so...
I was actually sort of in favor of this mystery gift being kind of lackluster because all it does is give you a Pikachu with a unique flying type, Terra, and the move Fly, which means anyone that misses out on this is not missing out on much. Because I probably cut in before you started that. Because I've always been sort of mixed on mystery gift things, because if you miss out on that shit...
Now, let's see if this was worth it or not. Attack, up, speed.
Brave nature. Exactly what you would want. I can't even straight face that. But at least mints and shit exist in this game.
Yes. Yeah, at least they do.
Yeah, there's the big circle. There it is.
The thing that that everyone overemphasized and was acting like it's going to be a big deal when it's then fucking not.
Doing.
I wanted to see what store that was.
You can. It's the little barbershop thing. It denotes.
I'll always just move. I'll always move on and do like, you know, customization shit later.
Other dumb thing.
Especially when I have the money.
When we go back to, I'll be bringing this up in Scarlet as well, but I figured out how to take the hat off. I was looking into that because I was like, I swear you can take the hat off. You can take the hat off, and I found the button for it.
Of course you can take the hat off. But several of those hairstyles looked like they would only function if you did take the hat off, so I just assumed you could.
Yeah, it's in your clothes menu. You can actually, unlike a lot of other Pokemon games, you can change between outfits on the fly without needing to be in a changing area, so you can just go into your craft and take your hats off. Though everyone's wearing the Daft Punk helmet.
Making most customization options useless. Nothing. That did negative damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the tackle did more fucking
Poison resist fighting. So it bumped it from super effective to neutral because it's normal poison, and that thing has no weight. Low kick is weight based. You need to kick at the beginning of the game. There's no fat asses.
Most things aren't fat asses. Oh wait, poison.
Yes, but you could offset with Home Claws. And then you have neutral damage bite. Let's actually show.
At least it doesn't have poison.
Let's actually show how stat buffs work. You raise your attack by 1, so if you do bite, it should just... Yeah. Stat boosts. Physical attacker. Good natures. Other thing my brain keeps doing with the Team Star is I keep Team 4 Star. Wait a minute. Imagine if a subgroup in that was like Team 4 Star, and then someone,
In the English dub of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, at one point, I think it's Manus, a boy says, "Aw, crap baskets," and that was deliberately a Team 4 Star reference. Then we also had, they were supposed to be the voices of those, like, actors in that movie Hercule was making, but apparently Toei didn't like this, so they gave that idea the axe.
No, they didn't. Team 4 Star was the voices in that movie Hercule made. No, they actually did that. No, Toei got cold feet and edited that out, but certain limited, like, box sets and certain streaming services glitched out and used the original version before they slapdassed it away.
And I think some of those box sets that have that audio are also the box sets that have the plagiarized music.
No, it was recorded and people found it because it aired that way.
But then Toei, as Toei do, got cold feet over it, so...
Ah.
I could tear it into water, but I don't have any water moves. Oh, confident damage is beautiful!
Because he kind of thick.
No, it's long. It's long, which is what gives it weight, and because it's super effective, it's...
Oh, no!
Oh, it's not stab. Damn it! Motherfucker. Fucking damage rolls.
So close.
You know, I'll have the pig do something. And by that, I mean the pig will is most likely going to be a meat shield while I sit here and revive.
So that everyone gets experience.
Though ironically, the pig might.
No?
Oh, they thick!
LeChonk, the one good thing is an actual sort of decent...
Thick boy! God damn it, Flint. Fucking RNG.
I'm laughing my ass off here because this is a good example of RNG in Pokemon. I actually talk about some controversies and opinions with things, but... One without the Terra.
Because the thing...
I know.
Even if it had a special water move, I would have clicked that, but like, Elite Pokemon didn't have a, tearing would have been literally pointless.
Yes.
Because was it being single type, the ones in the wild, or...
You didn't even bother to use Terrassalizing. I terrassed in my playthrough, but Carson not using it, you get some alternate dialogue. Because you don't need to Terra, it's just...
It's also because the Floatzel, Buizel, it didn't have a water move. Even if it had fucking, Water Gun or a terrible or special move, I would have done it because that could have actually been helpful. But I had nothing. And, it was so close to dead, I saw no reason to...
And then damage rolls.
Fucking damage
rolls. That's a mechanic. I've been in so many streams lately, and I always have to, even though this is a tiny-ass YouTube channel, just go over weird mechanical things not everyone pays attention to, or in some cases doesn't know exists. Damage rolls are one of the most interesting aspects of Pokemon, because a lot of people don't realize that's a mechanic. You do not do the same damage every time. It rolls a lot of variables.
Damage rolls are stupid, and I really do think they should get rid of them. like, at this point. Like, damage rolls, their sole purpose is basically to make you lose because of RNG.
A little bit, yes.
So, what was that man's walk cycle? I swear his, like, arms were out and...
The swagger strut. Damage rolls, essentially, you could get a high roll and a low roll and anywhere in between, where you have...
I would love to know if that Young Goose, because Young Goose isn't the, you know, largest thing, if that was, like, damage rolls that happen, because...
It looked like a damage roll.
Because its weight
No,
should...
it looked like a damage roll!
What's, like, the lowest that low kick can go?
What was it, like, 20?
I was gonna say, it, like...
Low kick is weird, because you
It
have...
should have probably been around 20, meaning it was being hit by, like, a 40 power move.
You might have actually been barely rolling some 60s.
Because, you know, some of those are not aware of, like, EVs and shit, and it's, like... The Weasel was a pure neutral nature, wasn't it?
Most of our teams are pure neutral!
Oh, good. I can complain about not being adamant's the reason I lost.
Now, even in my own personal Violet playthrough, I keep getting heartache. To check the exact damage, I'm going to look at it because I do not remember. I know how low kick works, and I just don't remember the logistics for the full ranges, because I always think about the... Alright. Found it! Ah! I need to learn to trust myself. It's 20.
Yeah, so that was probably around 20.
Hold on, let's figure that out. Hold on. Sitting here googling shit on my phone again. Keep from swapping the computer as much.
Because, you know, a lot of this in the beginning is going to be very similar to Scarlet. Then, as soon as I get free, right, I'm going to do my own shit. Now, to be fair, if you actually, you know, do read the, if you actually do read what the game says there, it says get to know by exploring.
Yeah, no! Everyone sort of misses that!
My point was, and I kind of don't want to be this guy, but if you get confused there, I feel like that shows you weren't fully paying attention, because the game does clearly state that, like, you can explore on your own. Hello, new waifu.
Hello, nurse.
She's not a nurse.
You know.
I know what you're doing. You know, the funny part about that is the Hello Nurse character actually only appeared in, I believe, like, 5 or 6 segments total.
That's a well-known meme, though.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, a funny thing. Because of that meme and shit, people think that character appeared more. She actually didn't.
I will have my proper answer in a minute. I am slowly finding the correct page as my phone loads.
So the reason I'm not reading shit I Spanish is shit.
Okay, this...
So I don't want to be exposed as a fraud and horribly mispronounce things. Now let's go, find some jalapenos. That was a joke. I know it's supposed to be pronounced with an H.
Okay, so Young Goose is under the limit that forces it to be 20 damage.
Of fucking course.
So it's 20?
So, like I said, it was basically hitting it was like 40. Because super effective. Oh, actually, so wait, at that point... Wait, if it was 40 power, because neither of them, like, tackle... Isn't tackle also 40?
Tackle was buffed to like 50. Pretty sure.
Because if tackle's 40, that means they're actually literally the same, so even if I kept clicking tackle, the same thing would have happened.
I thought tackle was buffed to...
I'll check it in a...
Oh, wait, no, it is 40. I just found it.
So yeah, they were literally the same.
Because it's super... Okay, yeah. Well, tackle got buffed.
No, the weird thing is, I think it was like Slam or Pound. I believe one of those is like the ones that got buffed. And I think the dumb buff was Tackle, was not its power. I believe it was its accuracy.
Tackle used to be 95.
It was its accuracy. It's 100.
I also think tackle used to be weaker anyway. Hold on.
Oh god, it used to be 30.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at tackle. Let's go all the way back to Gen 1. 35, 95. Yeah. Tackle is 35 power and it's 95 accuracy. It did get buffed.
Because that's fucking awful.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I know it's meant to be an early game move, but Christ.
You mean meant to be the bitch's ass move. The bitchiest and the asses.
But Christ, that's bad.
We'll talk about some other controversies, but
that is actually bad. Why would you design it that way?
Gen 1 is a badly designed fucking mess that feels like it wasn't play-tested. And I will never defend Gen 1 because its design philosophy is fundamentally dumb. What I was joking about in the other playthrough, we've waited so long to play this that we're actually at a point where a lot of controversies and dumb opinions have come about, and I hate the collective internet.
So, a lot of shit's probably going to end up being outdated because there's apparently going to be a, patch tomorrow.
No, the first patch, the patch notes are not performance. It is to update the game to allow ranked.
So, the patch that's happening tomorrow is the one that's actually going to allow for the ranked and shit?
And a few minor glitches.
Oh.
They're fixing a few visual bugs and some music. Apparently the Elite 4 is broken.
How is the Elite 4 broken?
It's music. There's a load snag where the music doesn't play properly.
Good. Because if you want to start a bar fight, you say minor glitches. Want to start a fight in a bar? A link to the past minor glitches category.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, what is your opinion on damage rolls? Joking aside, I generally agree with Carson's point. Damage rolls are bullshit. They create a level of inconsistency that bothers me because damage is effectively determined by a dice roll, and that dice roll, on the one hand, means you might live a hit if the game gets a low roll, but on the other hand, you might not KO something if you get a low roll. And then in competitive, damage rolls are really egregious because a lot of sets will come down to a small dice roll of, oh, I can basically live this hit if it's a low roll. If it's not a low roll, I basically lose, and then a bunch of matches at that point are down to a bunch of damage rolls, and that has always bothered me because by all accounts, if I am winning and I make the correct play and predict what my opponent is going to do and land the correct move, it bothers me that I can still lose because the game decided, oh, your damage is not the best it could be. You're going to get the one damage roll that your opponent can survive. In the story of the game and during a more casual playthrough, I still think damage rolls are stupid because while they can save you, I would much rather have damage be consistently high and basically always roll the highest outcome. Because while a low roll could save you, that is literally an inconsistent dice roll on whether or not you win or lose. If you are losing to a damage roll, then surviving it is up to the game or not, and while that could save you in a pinch, that means if you redid that battle over and over and over again, sometimes you would win, sometimes you would lose, specifically because the game is rolling a lot of numbers, and the inconsistency is what bothers me. I feel like in a casual playthrough, it can save you, yes, but it can also be incredibly cheap difficulty, and the cheap difficulty is the inconsistency because the game decides, okay, you do this much damage, or the game does this much damage, and so on and so forth. And that means in a lot of scenarios, it is up to the game on whether or not you win, and it always bothers me to be playing correctly and then lose because the game decides my numbers are bad. This is especially egregious in competitive play, and I wish they would remove damage rolls from Pokemon, or at the very least remove them from competitive play. And before anyone says, oh, you're just complaining about RNG, it's like, it's just part of the game, get used to it, or you're just being a whiny baby. Really, honestly, give me a good non-meme straight-faced answer on what damage rolls do in competitive, and I am not going to accept arbitrary comeback mechanics and very weird dice rolls that come from the supposed comeback mechanics as a valid reason, because I do not consider damage rolls a comeback mechanic, because you, as a player, cannot exploit the mechanic to be a comeback mechanic. Some kind of parry in a fighting game or a counter, that's a comeback mechanic. A damage roll in Pokemon that has just decided that I lose because I do not deal enough damage to KO something and my opponent defeats me. How is that a comeback mechanic? That is just the game deciding I lose. Or a reverse of I win because my opponent gets a crap roll. That's inconsistency. That creates a competitive environment that hinges on numbers, and these numbers are going to be inconsistent. If you removed any RNG from competitive, it should be damage rolls. That would make competitive Pokemon way better, because then nothing could survive unless it can live maximum damage. And that would create way better mechanics for Pokemon, because then you could properly calc around survivability easier, because you would know you need to calc for maximum damage instead of calcing for maximum and just in a lot of cases kind of hoping your opponent maybe gets a low roll. This removes one of the biggest hurdles of competitive, in my opinion, and that is damage rolls fucking people over and creating a metagame that is built on some elements of luck that I kind of feel really do hold zero value, but I'm rambling in circles. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.